Hello, dear brothers and sisters. Today, we're going to talk about Trump, Oligui, and Dahomey. The summit that Africa didn't see coming. My name is Odom Balamba. I'm the host of this program, and for now, we'll kick off our episode with this question. What if this summit between Trump and 5 African presidents was the diplomatic trap of the century? An image, a symbol, a scene that seems ordinary, but spoke to those who knew how to listen. And that summit, I think it was on July 9th, as you know, 2025. In the state dining room of the White House, 5 African presidents take their seats. At the center of the table sits Donald Trump, America's strongman. He doesn't shake hands. He doesn't stand up. He observes. He sizes them up. Across from him sits our brother, President Brice Oligui Nguema, the general from Gabon. There's Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the reformer from Senegal, and 3 other heads of state from the continent, each with their own dreams and proposals. But this isn't just a simple meeting. It's not just a lunch. It's a test. Believe me, it's a test. I'll say it again. Believe me, it's a test. A trap, an imperial audition where Africa speaks and America judges. The cameras are rolling, and here, you can't just brush it off. The cameras are rolling, and they're capturing smiles. But behind the smiles, there are silences. And behind the silences, there are power dynamics. So today, Africa Unmasked reveals to you what no one else will tell you. What really happened at the White House, and why these moments could profoundly change the way Africa sees itself. Welcome to Africa Unmasked. Here, we lift the veil. Well then, dear brothers and sisters, we will begin our program with the clashes of speeches between pride and naivety. The floor first goes to Africa. But in what language was it speaking? And for whom? Brice Oligui Nguema stands up, uniform immaculate, gaze steady, voice deep. He doesn't read from notes. He speaks from the gut and he hits hard. I quote, "I am a general. We have raw materials. We are not poor countries." Then he continues. We want to process our resources locally, create jobs, prevent our people from dying in the oceans. It's powerful, it's true, it's sincere, but it's also fragile. Because facing him, facing the president. Because facing him, as I was saying, President Donald Trump doesn't flinch. He barely listens, looks elsewhere. He's thinking about his own agenda. On top of that, we also see President Dahomey. And Dahomey Faye takes over. Calmer, younger, more structured. He reassures investors. He talks about a stable regulatory environment. He mentions a digital city project in Dakar. And even a golf course to attract Trump. 2 styles, 2 tones, 2 visions. One speaks on behalf of wounded Africa, the other speaks like a CEO auctioning off his country. But both are trying to please. And that's where the discomfort begins, because in this scene, sovereignty becomes just a backdrop and patriotism, a bidding brochure. So, the real question, are they speaking to Africans? Or are they auditioning to stay in Washington's good graces? That's the question I'm asking myself as I ask it to you as well. And that might bring me to another point that I want to share with you now. And this point, if you don't mind, will be the geopolitical theater. Who invited whom? At first glance, this summit seemed normal. African presidents invited to the White House. An honor? But take a closer look. This is not a meeting between equals. It's a perfectly staged production. So, Trump is at the center and the heads of state are gathered around him like students around their teacher. When one of them talks for too long, or when someone speaks too much, Trump cuts them off. Sorry, we're going to have to move a bit faster. Just say your name and your country. A curt order, a reminder of the hierarchy, as if Africa wasn't there to negotiate, but just to comply. Above all, not a single African head of state consulted with the others. No joint statements, no coordinated strategy. Each one came alone, representing their own country, like a business looking for clients. Africa was fragmented, believe me, my brothers. And this fragmentation is strategic. While Trump lays down his rules, the African presidents recite their pitches. While they threaten to raise customs duties, no one contradicts them. While he talks about immigration, not one of them brings him back to the topic of human rights. This was not a roundtable discussion. It was a global casting call where Africa played the role of an extra. So, let's ask the real question. Did Trump invite them or summon them? Africa Unmasked is more than just a channel. It's a call to action. What no one noticed is that Africa wasn't even invited to its own meeting. But wait, what Trump actually said that day could change everything. So, my dear brothers and sisters, see you in the next episode. My name is Don Boemba, and very soon, we'll continue with the second episode of this program. Thank you for your attention. On that note, I'll leave you, wishing you all the best. Subscribe, share, and also click like. Thank you, goodbye, and see you next time.